people, what is going on? What is going on, man? AKS, what up? Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're good, man. It's another office setting going on today. Welcome, 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 people. Welcome, welcome to another one, people. It's another one where, before you know it, it will be Brighton, right? Before you know it, Brighton will be ready for us. I'm trying to set this up here. Boom, do that. What's going on, AK97, man? Good night, folks. The love is in the house. Hope everything is well, man. Dude, I'm good. I appreciate it, man. Hope you are well. Hope you are well, and hope you are ready. You're ready for this Brighton, man. But yeah, here we are. Ruben Amorim had his press conference. And, not only that, we see that, I remember correctly, Bruno scored at 200th. Yeah, listen, man, Bruno is, the man is a different level, man. You didn't see the presser? Yeah, the presser was interesting, man. I mean, we're gonna go we're gonna check out some of these quotes from his press conference. He gave us the injury update, right? Licha is not back, man. Licha is not back. Who do we have out? So far, Maguire, Mason Mount, they have slight knocks, hoping that they're going to reevaluate them in the morning, of course, tomorrow, and see how they are, but they are a doubt, those two. Maz, everybody else is good. Licha is not good yet. Licha, apparently, he trained, but he didn't train with the first team. So he trained by himself. Ruben was saying that he was, he could see him like on the pitch next to where the main guys were training. He could see him. He's developing well, but he is not ready yet. But Maz, everybody else is good. Everybody else is good. So basically, Mason Mount, Mason Mount and Maguire, those are the only two that for this game who we expected to play, they're out. But the good thing is we actually have coverage, right? We actually have coverage. We're gonna miss him, but like Maguire not playing, it's not the end of the world because I really wanted Mazraoui anyway, right? I wanted Mazraoui in this game, so him not being there, all right, so it's all right. It's not the bad. It's not the worst case scenario, right? And also Mason Mount. Yeah, I like Mason Mount, but even with him not being available, it's not going to be the end of the world because I was hoping that we would go with obviously Sheshko up top, Mbeumo and Cunha front three. So basically it works. It works. Yeah, people, make sure you smash a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. All right, Ruben Amorim was saying that on injuries, as he said. He said we have some injuries during the week with Harry Maguire and Mason Mount knocks, but nothing serious. We will see tomorrow. Licha is out. The rest is ready to go. But yeah, so it's one of those. Dude, AKA, it is a killer front three. And we will need to be lethal. All right, we will need to be dangerous because Brighton, they'll be coming at us, man. They'll be coming at us. What else did Ruben say? He said on the challenge of facing Brighton, he said, I think it's going to be like always, but it's going to be a very difficult game. I think Brighton is a team that is really fun to watch, right? He continued saying on needing to be smart with Brighton. He said Manchester United will need to be really smart to defeat Brighton ahead of this game on Saturday. All right, so he knows Brighton. They're not going to be there. They're not going to be easy. All right. So yeah, I agree with you, AKS, man. That front three capable of winning us this game for sure. All right, for sure they are. They are, and they will need to be. They will need to be. Brighton, they're going to have. They're going to be good at us. We definitely need to be smart as always to get better. Yep, that's true. That's true. Star Boy, what up? What up? Welcome, welcome. He continues saying on recent wins and momentum. He says, yeah, we use a good spirit of winning games. Basically, using that momentum from Liverpool. Yeah, we need to have good spirit. All right. And in order for us to say, yeah, good spirit, we know that it was a good weekend for us, but our focus is in the next game. This is in the past, and we need to understand that football changes a lot, especially in this kind of a club. So we are not thinking in the last game. Forget about Liverpool. It happened, fine, we did it, but this is a different ball game. All right. So welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome, Starboy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The question is though, is this Brighton game bigger than the Liverpool game? If you think about it, capacity wise, is it bigger game? All right. All right, Edgar. No spamming, man. Ethan. Yes, it's called football. All right. It is called football. Uh, top tier manager. Yeah. So yeah, no spamming, man. No spamming because you're gonna end up being blocked and all that. So yes. All right. What else did Ruben Amorim say in this press conference? He said that uh, um, he said there was another question was talked about overhyping recent result. He says, listen, if you think just about that, we were going to try to perform everything that we are going to put on the field. That is the most important thing. So sometimes when we talk too much about the turning point, it's worse. So let's take it naturally. We won 2 games. It's not a big deal. It should be sooner. But let's go on the next game and going to be really, really hard to play against Brighton. He said, people relax, stop thinking about the past and also talking about the whole turning point thing. He said, listen, just relax, game by game. All right. That's what we're gonna do. Alex Wang, what's going on, Alex? How you doing, man? The boogeyman. Come on, man, Alex. That's what's up. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, people. Hope you guys are good, man. Happy Friday. Football is here, people. Football is here once again. All right, let's go, guys. We're going through the quickly. Ruben Amorim's press conference. What else did he say? He was asked about. He was asked about on the basics against high pressing teams like Brighton. So Brighton, they're going to be high pressing. So he says, listen, sometimes it's going to get harder, but we need to force ourselves to do the basics. If we do that, we are near to winning more games. But again, I think if you look at Brighton and you see the way they play, every team that presses a little bit higher struggles with them, and they won those games. So obviously, he knows that Brighton, they're going to come in, they're pressing monster. So what do we need to do? So to deal with them, we're going to have to come up with some good tactics. I don't know if we're going to have to go over again, like the way we did with the Liverpool. Go long. I think it makes sense. Let's go long, man. Because if they're going to press us, and if we try to be slick and try to play around that press, I don't think we can really deal with Brighton like that, because Brighton, they've been playing like this for a long time, so they're going to give us a hard time. They're going to give us a hard time. Let's say Josh, what up? How you doing, sir? Hope you're good. Listen, momentum is a very powerful thing, but the Liverpool game to be derby fluke. United must win versus Brighton. Only then can people speak about things possibly turning. 100%. 100%. I agree. This whole thing, Josh, it will be definitely, people will say it's a fluke, or it's one of those. Yeah, they usually turn up whenever they face the big boys, right? They turn up. But whenever they're dealing with, of course, Brighton is not a small team, they struggle, right? That's what they're going to say. You win one game, you lose the next. So it's going to mess that flow. So it is very, very, very important for us to go in this game and come out with the win. And especially all the good vibes of beating Liverpool, we got to carry it on to at home where we're going to have our team, our fans in the house, right? 75,000, right? In that stadium. They need to push us on to win this game, right? Let's go. This guy saying here, Rooney Cantona Beckham will save Man U. Alex, you're funny, man. Every game is usually important as the previous one. Yep. That's the best response as a manager can give, 100%. Bold ball. I love Mitoma. Man, that guy is silky. Listen, Mitoma may not play. Bold ball. Welcome, Bold ball. I did not acknowledge you, my brother. Welcome. Who else did I miss? Ethan, Day About Jesus. All right. Welcome, Ethan. Ethan. Let's see. Latanya, Patty, what up? All right, cool. I think I got everybody. I said hello to everybody. It looks like Salah is going to leave. I know Salah looks salty, man. Salah looks salty, so I don't know. Didn't he sign a new contract? We'll see. Guys, welcome again, man. Happy Friday. Yes, but yeah, it's crucial. Momentum. Without that, we are going to struggle. I cannot imagine us not winning that game tomorrow for some reason, because in my head, we've already beat them, right? We've already beat them. And then when I sit there and say, what, a bogey team? We couldn't deal with them? I can see in this match Schneider side, the momentum is changing. The way of thinking is changing. And I think the players are looking like they're ready for this, right? He was also asked about yesterday. We talked about JJ Gabriel being included in the squad. Ruben Amorim says JJ Gabriel is really talented, and I explained why the 15-year-old has been called up for the first team. Basically, he said, listen, he wanted to show some of these kids, what it takes to play against, he knows he's talented, what it takes to play with like proper, experienced footballers, and how are you going to be able to deal with it? The pressures that you're going to be pressed more, playing against actual defenders, Maguire and De Ligt, all these guys. So all that experience, he wanted to show him like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to be encountering if you do make it to the big leagues. All right. Let's go. Boss, we don't mention the name in this family. Turned up in the Champions League. I'm trying to see what you think. Alex, over the past 3 years, that's not been true. History does repeat itself. Okay. I saw something saying these rules that prevent JJ from making his debut this season. Yeah, I did see that. But I know that was Nathan Salt. Nathan Salt is a good journal, so he knows what he's talking about. So I don't know if those rules are actually accurate. Again, rules are meant to be broken. So they can have rules all they want. They may find a loophole somewhere to have him play some football this season, but I don't see it happening, right? I don't see it happening. But just the experience for that kid to have to train with the big dogs, it's very valuable. Ruben Amorim was saying that on the players' attitude and frustration, meaning that, okay, he was asked, like, do you know, like, you have an idea, like, the team that is going to come out tomorrow to face Brighton, if they're going to be mentally ready for the battle and stuff like that. He said, listen, Amorim was then asked up, it's going to be frustrating, but he's saying that he's seeing the team is slowly changing, right? And yeah, he acknowledges that, listen, we're not going to come out and necessarily win each and every game. He says, yeah, we're going to take it step by step. The players' mentality is changing, and we're going to go on and fight, What happened to Kobe Mainu? Kobe Mainu is there, man. Why isn't Ruben giving him some game time? Well, the thing is, Ruben had said that Kobe Mainu apparently he plays Bruno Fernandes position, right? If he plays Bruno Fernandes position, and Bruno is our captain, and Bruno is never injured, then it's kind of hard for Kobe Maino to play some of these games. But he has been giving him minutes here and there in most of the games, most of the recent games that we played. Yeah, Kobe Maino did. He came, he played a few minutes, but him starting, unless Bruno is out injured or something like that, right? Which it doesn't happen. So it's gonna be tough for Kobe. And but one thing we know is he's not leaving in January, right? There were some reports out there that he could be leaving to go somewhere where he can get consistent game time because he wants to play in that World Cup, and to do that, he has to play some games. So but it looks like the Man United hierarchy, they were like, nah, buddy, you ain't going nowhere. Alex, are we going to lose a couple of players to international duty? Yeah, we will. We will, especially AFCON. We are going to miss. We're going to lose some for sure. But I think that's also another reason for AFCON. You need coverage, like for example, like Mainu can do some covering if we lose maybe Ahmad and stuff like that. Players can be shuffled around to cover some of those players that will be gone. AKS, yeah, no, yeah, no shit, Ruben. Get rid of Shaw, Dalot, and the rest, and you'll see magnificent changes for the best. Yes, once we bring in quality players. Amen to that, AKS 97. Yes, 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 yes. He needs to. He needs to. Like, just like the way he's been ruthless with the other folks that he got rid. Yeah, he needs to do the same. But the problem is, if Luke Shaw, for some reason, Luke Shaw, whenever there's a big tournament coming up, this dude stays fit. So, and we're gonna see him tomorrow, right? We're gonna see him tomorrow. Ideally, obviously, with Mazraoui being available, Maz should be playing. Back three should be De Ligt, Yoro, Mazraoui. That's what I'm thinking. Our best back three. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But ideally, that should be our back three, right? But most likely, we're gonna see Luke Shaw again. All right, you guys drop your predicted lineup, man. Now we know Maguire could be missing, Mason Mount missing as well. So everybody else, Liche is also injured, so he's not there. So drop your predicted lineup, people. And please smash that like button. Noe, what up? Thanks for being in Liverpool for us. Noe, we got you, man. All right. When you need us to do a job, we do a job. All right. So, but listen, Noe, who do you guys play again this weekend? Arsenal. Arsenal, you face. Ooh, Crystal Palace. That is going to be a good game. That is going to be a good game, right? It's going to be a good game. And Liverpool face who? Who does Liverpool play? Liverpool play Brentford. Yeah, Liverpool's going to win that game, right? Arsenal, you got to do your job, man. We already did our part. You're welcome. But yeah, let's see. Alex is saying Dowski, Baleba, and Kane to United. Let's go. Bold Ball. City is back. Yes. City, they are looking pretty good, man. I hate to say it. If we had won against Arsenal and Fulham, we would be above Arsenal in first place. Dude, some of those games, had Bruno scored those two penalties that he missed, we would have been top four minimum, right? And that's how close margins, right? Had he converted those penalties, we could have been top four. Crystal Palace lost in Europe, so they're gonna be hungry. Yeah, they will. Mateta, right? They better watch out. Alex Wang, no way, Arsenal will never be bigger than us. Never bigger than us. Never bigger. They'll listen. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, he knows. No, he knows. No, he knows. All right. Bold Ball, you're right. We're not winning the league. We're winning the treble. Ah, come on, Noe. Noe is talking reckless. We're winning the treble. Come on, man. It ain't gonna happen. Noe, you just woke up Alex Wang. He's gonna come at you, man. Bold Ball, treble of being second for sure. Oh man, that's too funny. AKS rather shy to win the league than Arsenal. I agree with you, man. Honestly, let City do their thing. Wills Michelle, what up? Welcome, people. If you are new, my name is Luther. This is Man United Central. Smash a like, hit the subscribe button. All right. What else did let's see? Did Ruben Amram say? Ruben Amri also talked about on adapting to opponents like Man City. No, I think he said that I think you can see it if you see all the games that game was different against Man City, and if you have to point a team that can control the games with the ball, it's City. And you saw against Arsenal at the end of the game. So every team has to adapt, and we adapt. So he's saying, listen, playing Brentford, we have to adapt, change our style, and be able to adapt because you cannot play the same way when you face each team because the way they come at you differently. So you have to adapt your game. And he did say that he likes the fact that our team has that ability to change the way we face the different challenges, right? So we'll see. Yeah, Alex, you say, it reminded me when last time Arsenal won anything. That is funny, man. No, this ain't a FIFA franchise. Oh, man, you guys are funny. All right. So that was pretty much it about Ruben Amrim. He also said he was asked later on about the Arne Slot's comments. He said, listen, he doesn't care about Arne Slot and his comments. He knows, because Arne Slot had said something like in line where it's very hard to play good football if the opponents keep on playing high balls, right? Apparently the ball was never on the ground as much. So because we were playing high balls all the time, then Liverpool couldn't really deal with us. So it's one of those. Arne Slot was just crying, man. He's salty that he lost. Right. Let's go. What else we got going on? Okay, this was very interesting. All right. Bruno, of course, tomorrow if he plays, he's gonna be Mr. 300. All right. Bruno's gonna be Mr. 300. Bruno, something was revealed that we did not know. Okay. Reports emerged revealing a previously undisclosed clause in Bruno Fernandes' contract. So Bruno Fernandes has a release clause. All right. The clause allows him to leave Manchester United for clubs outside of England for a fee of around £56.68 million, which is equal to 65 million in euros. But it must be triggered early enough, likely before a certain date in the contract window, to avoid escalation. This news surfaced amid ongoing speculation following Al Hilal rejected 100 million summer bid. So Bruno rejected the 100 million summer bid, and then now we're coming out to find out this dude actually has a release clause. All right. So I don't know when that release clause was put on his contract, honestly, but the way it looks, we rejected 100 million. We may be losing Bruno for less than that in the summer, so long as one of these teams triggers that release clause. 56 million, Bayern can do it, Real Madrid, whoever, whichever team in Europe, if they want Bruno right now, right, so long as they trigger that release clause early enough, they can get him for 56. Imagine that. That is so crazy, man. I cannot imagine losing Bruno for that little price, right? And we turned down 100 million because we told Bruno, hey, man, listen. Apparently, he spoke to Berrada, Wilcox, and all of them, and they told him, listen, we're not going to stop you if you want to move, if you want to leave. But after speaking to Ruben Amorim was like, listen, man, I'm trying to build a team. I still need you, right? And Bruno's wife also told him, hey, have you accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish here? You know? And Bruno was like, nah. So his wife was like, there's your answer. So basically, all this plus his wife, he decided to stay. So we turned down the 100 million. And Bruno acknowledges in the interview, the most recent interview he did for this 300 appearance, he said, yeah, I knew that, the club could use the money, but they, pretty much told me, they're not going to let me, they're not going to block me from moving, but they definitely need me. So it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy that we could lose him for that cheap price. No, then it's bold. Salah is bad as bold goals make up for it this season. Yeah, I'll stick back to that's funny. Yeah, man. So listen, this story about Bruno and his release clause, a lot of people, they're really going to talk a lot about this because the question is, I don't know when this clause was put on there, right? Because honestly, losing him for that price is something that it's going to be painful to see, even though it's going to be pure profit, right? Because again, it's pure profit because we don't owe anything on Bruno's contract, like he's paid off, whatever. So whatever we're going to get is pure profit. But imagine in the summer, we could have gotten 100 million. Now we're getting 50 something. So that is, it's not a good look. Alex Noe waiting for, okay. Yeah. So it's not a good look for sure, but it's one of those, what can you do? Of course, but he is saying that he's focused on Man United. He still believes that he wants to win trophies with us. And that was another motivation. Say, hey, listen, his family is happy here. He wants to stay at the club. He still wants us. He believes in Project 150 that we can accomplish and win major honors. He wants to win the league with the club. So we shall see what's going to happen. But again, it's one of those. If some team comes in the summer and pays the release clause, the player leaves, right? And of course, the player has to agree to go, because right now you can imagine if he gets to a point where this period that we're in now, right, this season, if we get to a point like we know we're not going to win anything, yeah, he's going to be like, you know what? Yeah, let's start exploring some other deals here to make this move happen. But yeah, it kind of sucks because I was really hoping that, yeah, I wanted him to leave in the summer, but not for that price. I was hoping to get more money, which it kind of sucks. I remember why everybody is leaving the biggest Arsenal fan channel there out there. I don't know, man. No idea, Alex. Caesar, what's going on? Thank you very much, man. Good to see you, and good to see you. Good to see you. I appreciate you supporting, man. I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Let's go. What are your thoughts on the conservative Denker? What are your thoughts on the developmental player? JJ Gabriel? He's going to be a superstar, man. If that's what you're talking about, uh, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Listen, he's going to be a superstar, man. But his time will come. He has to be patient, right? He has to be patient. But this move for to have him train with the first team, it needed to be done to kind of fend off Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, all these guys that are looking at JJ Gabriel. They had to bring him in to kind of show him, hey, there's a pathway here. You know, this is how we're going to start you. This is the plan. You're going to train with the first team from time to time. And, you know, eventually, you know, you'll be a regular, right? Let's go. Alex is saying that, hey, what's the invisible trophy doing in the trophy? That's funny. Tubbs FC, we actually lost. Tubbs FC, brother. Yeah, man, you guys lost, dude. I don't know what happened. All right. Florian Wirtz finally has a great game versus Frankfurt. He needed that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He just needs to score now, man. And I think with Florian Wirtz, just like Cunha, for example, eventually these are good players. Eventually they'll get their act together. They'll do their job. Of course, Cunha is different for us. He was a man of the match. He offers us something that no other player can give us in the team. So he's already doing his thing, right? Stewie, what up, man? Ruben Amorim hasn't brought any young players from the academy. Ruben just put Kobe on the shelf, frozen out like Captain America. Listen, Captain America, yeah. Eventually he's going to come out and then he's going to be good as new. Kobe's going to get game time. He will get game time, man. I think he will. Eventually he'll get his time. No, JJ, Gabe. No, JJ Gabriel. Gabe. Who's Gabe? Why am I? Gabe. Who's Gabe? Alex, hey everybody in the chat. Can you remind me? Unless you're funny. Bold. Wirtz just needs the time, the talent. Yeah, for sure. We need our defense back to form quick. No, JJ Gabe owners. Gabe owners. Okay. All right. Back to what I was saying about the whole Bruno Fernandes situation. Bruno is, I have a feeling that Bruno is going to leave. I have a feeling Bruno is going to leave in the summer. But this story of him going for 56 is not a good look. Stewie, what are your thoughts on the news that your boy Bruno Fernandes has a release clause that nobody knew about? All right. This man has a release clause. We should have taken that 50. We should have taken that 100 million, man, in the summer. And we could have been able to build our team nicely, you know, without being, struggling to find the money. Alex is saying, hey, it seems like the Arsenal camp has died out. Listen, Alex, man, we know how you go at them, man. Oh, Stewie, let me update you, man. Your boy Bruno Fernandes has a release clause. It came out today. All right, let me get you the actual info. Let me pull up the actual info on that. So the story goes like this. Simon Stone reported it. Bruno Fernandes. Okay, so where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It was right here. I just lost it. People, hopefully you're having a lovely Friday Oh, some of you guys are in the future already, right? You're already on game day mode. Okay, so Bruno Fernandes. Okay, according to the Sun, Bruno Fernandes has a secret 57 million transfer release clause in Manchester United's contract. All right. But the catch is that it needs to be triggered at a certain date, right? So basically, it goes like this. Fernandez has a 57 million release clause in his deal, which can only be triggered by clubs outside the Premier League. All right. That means a move to Saudi could be back on the cards next summer. Now, again, so with that release clause, it means now the Saudis don't have to give us 100 million. They can just say, pay that 57, boom, he's gone. Right. So the question is, why did we turn down the 100 million, in the summer? We should have taken that money, knowing that this dude has a release clause, right? Especially those people in the Barada, Wilcox, and all of them, right? Knowing that he has a release clause, dude, we should have convinced him, say, hey, man, Bruno, you have done enough, all right? We need this money. But yeah, so he does have a release clause, man. Stewie, let's go. Alex, leave my boy. Dude. Conservative Denker. I have no idea who that is. If it's this season, there is a chance the release clause was added in this season. But how can? I believe the only time you can add a release clause is if you're renewing somebody's contract or you are changing something on the contract, right? I don't know if you can just insert a release clause at any point. So, which is pretty crazy. Yeah. If it was in since last season, we definitely cannot accept 100 million for him. Yeah, I'm sure the club knows about it. Yeah, the club knows about it for sure. Baldwin, I miss Virginia Mall. Okay. All right. Caesar, I think if he does have a small of a release clause, he will be leaving to Saudi. We should have sold him for 100 million. I know, man. I know. We should have. We should have. And he spoke to Barada and everybody. They said, listen, if you want to go, we're not going to stop you. His wife goes, yo, have you achieved everything that you wanted to achieve at the club? Dude says no. He talks to Ruben. Ruben says, listen, man, our plan is to sign players to assist you, but we need you to help us out, as we're, gearing up to build this team. So it's kind of crazy, man. Stewie Amrin said he doesn't want Bruno to leave. Yep, that was another thing. Bruno was open to leave last summer. Yep. Look, we can't force Bruno to leave if you don't want to, no matter how badly we need the money. That is also true, Alex. That is also true. But we could have convinced him, man. Barada, Wilcox, and everybody should have gone and talked to Ruben and said, Ruben, listen, let's not mess about. Bruno can go. All right, we're gonna get the 100 million, and then we're gonna build you a team. Okay, come on, he could have been convinced. But yeah, I think this it's a major gaffe. They say about yeah, you don't need to speak so sad about Arsenal. Yeah, Alex AKS said, yeah, I was asking when last he renewed his contract. Yeah, he renewed his contract. When was this? The last summer, Eric Ten Hag was here, right? So it's about the last season. Ten Hag was here. I think that's when he renewed his contract. So it was something that obviously the people, the people who know, like the higher ups, they knew about the release clause, right? I had no idea when it was inserted in the contract. You missed the comment. Always happens. I'm sorry, AKS. My bad. My bad. My bad. All right. Season there's a chance that the release clause was added in this season. If it was since last season, then we definitely cannot accept 100 million. I'm sure the club knew about it. Yes, yeah, I saw that. When the last time did Bruno renew his contract? Let's see. Let's find that. Renew his contract. So Bruno last renewed his contract with Manchester United in August of 2024, extending his deal until June 2027 with an option of a further year. His previous contract extension was signed in April of 2022. All right. So, yeah, they've made some recent changes here as early as August 2024. Interesting. Yeah, so I don't know when they actually inserted it. So it could be as of August 2024. That's when they inserted that release clause. Very interesting. Stewie, Bruno said, I will see what are my options if the club wants to cash in or whatever the case is. Bruno was open to leave the last summer and Ruben didn't want him to go. Yeah. We did try to sign Osherman. So we couldn't have gotten the 100 million offered. That's another, you see, that makes it very weird, right? Unless, how does it work? Are you, as a selling team, you're supposed to divulge that information, right? Like, hey, you can buy Bruno, but just by the way, there's a release clause. I don't know, because if someone is offering 100 million, right, for the player, why would you divulge the fact that he has a release clause of 50 something? Isn't it saying like, yo, I know you want to give me 100 million, but you know you can get him for 56? I don't know how that works. I don't know when are you supposed to let folks know that he has a release clause. Of course, as of today, when this news broke, then the whole world knows, okay, we can get Bruno for 50 something. So that's it's kind of crazy. I don't know how that works. I think we overvalued Bruno. He has been the captain of the worst Manchester United in history. We saw the poor performance he put in Europa final. Oh yeah, definitely Bruno has had his poor performance moments, many of them. But honestly, as far as the best signings post Sir Alex Ferguson, Bruno is up there. Because they would have to pay the release clause. No, yeah, they would have, but I don't know how. When do they tell these teams that hey, this is his contract? Do they give buying teams, hey man, this is his contract, you can review it? I don't know how that works. Very interesting. Unless okay, Mohammed Salad, what up, my man? I'm still celebrating the Liverpool victory. Listen, man, you have a few hours left. Okay, celebrate it, but tomorrow or depending on where you are, it's game day. All right, we face a tougher challenge according to people. Brighton is a tougher challenge. I don't know if we're gonna succeed. I believe we're going to succeed because there's no way we're going to have a terrible Saturday. Salah, AKS, sorry, fabricated. Alex, I mean, before we found out that we had money or money was injected into our club, we were under the impression that we were broke. why we didn't go in for all the high name players. Salah is now. I know Salah is now Salah. That's funny. Give us 100 million, you get Bruno, Shaw, Dalot, and Bayendia. There you go. That's another way of doing it. Listen, we need 100 million. Cool. This is what we're gonna give you. We're gonna give you Luke Shaw, Dalot, and Bayendia. There you go. That's funny. Stewie, I don't think the club divulged that information. It has to be coming from Bruno's camp or his agent. But do you know? Here's the thing, though, Stewie, guys. Stewie said this. I don't think the club divulged that information. It has to come. It has to be coming from Bruno's camp or his agent. You remember that the move of Nottingham Forest player? I forgot his name. He was about to go to Tottenham, and it became a big issue when they apparently Tottenham found out about his release clause. For some reason, there's a rule when it comes to release clause when it's supposed to be given out or whatever. The player cannot give that information. Apparently, it's supposed to be like a secret thing. Because I forgot the Tottenham, the Nottingham Forest player that he wanted to sign for Tottenham, and we even got a here we go, and the deal fell through. And what was the reason is the issue with the release clause. So there's no way Manchester United could disclose Bruno's release clause. Yeah. Caesar Amorim doesn't want any Portuguese player to leave Manchester United. That's why I think he convinced their owners not to sell Bruno. That's why Kobe is on the bench. There you go. Alex, I mean, there's probably NDAs. Yep, NDAs that certain players have to sign. That's true too. Yeah, Gibbs White. Yeah, Gibbs White had that issue, man, because there was something to do with the release clause. Maybe he wants to move. Yeah, Morgan Gibbs White. Yep, that's him. No, it's called tap. Oh, it's called tapping. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I don't know how this thing works, but it's one of those. But now, it's public knowledge. So our boy will be leaving, and not for 100 million this time. Mohamed Salah, Ahmad should be playing if you want to win. People, let's go at this point, man. Let's go ahead and give us your predicted lineup, guys. Predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. We play Brighton. All right. I'm gonna go first. It's gonna be Lamens on goal. All right, for sure. My back three, unfortunately, it's gonna be not unfortunately. Actually, it's gonna be Luke Shaw. Yeah, unfortunately, De Ligt and Euro, because I think Maguire is not gonna make it. And then midfield two, it's gonna be Bruno again and Casemiro, and Dalot I think starts again on that left hand side. Right hand side, Amadinho for sure, because we need him to link up once again with Mbumo. And then Cunha and Sheshko up top. That's what I'm going to go with. Score prediction: Man United 2, Brentford 1. One thing is we have to be careful, man. Every time we face Welbeck, I don't like facing him. And Welbeck, guys, if we need a striker that can come in, be as a Sheshko's backup, let's get Welbeck back. Welbeck gives you a different profile, and he started the season very well, man. This guy, how old is Welbeck? Because the way he's reinvented himself is just crazy. Welbeck is 34 years old. My gosh. Still, as a backup, he can do the job, man. Danny Welbeck. I hope, in the summer, he may want to make a move or something. He can come and hold bench. But yeah, we're going to be facing Welbeck, man. And Welbeck is going to be a problem. So that's why we need like a Lenny Yoro, De Ligt. We need some defenders they have pace and they're able to deal with these guys. Stewie, It was Tottenham that triggered the release clause. Tottenham was supposed to inform Nottingham Forest first before triggering the release. Oh, okay, okay. But how did Tottenham found out about the release clause though? Someone must have told them because they paid the exact amount, kind of thing, right? Um, because I remember during that time when people were talking about it, there was something similar that happened with Arsenal, I believe. I don't know, I forgot the player, Arsene Wenger, uh, to kind of go around that whole triggering the release clause. He paid like a penny over the amount because if, for example, the release clause is 50 million, you don't pay the exact amount. So Arsenal at that point they paid like 50 whatever or 51 right above it. That way the amount it doesn't show that you knew the exact amount of the release clause. So it's very interesting how this whole thing works. Caesar, hopefully Sheshko is starting. Yeah, man, I have Sheshko starting because Mason Mount looks he has a knock. Mason Mount, Maguire, they have a knock according to Ruben Amorim, so they may not be available. So if that's not if Mount is not available, then definitely Sheshko starts. I want Sheshko to start, man, and I want him to get another goal. We need our number 9 to be scoring frequently, to get used to the whole thing that we know each game in, game out, our number 9 should be leading the line. 2-0 Manchester United win. Let's go, Caesar. Nice. Alex, it's not Brentford. Stewie, 34. Like I said yesterday, we can't recycle old strikers. I know, man. I know we're not going to recycle them. But, cheers, guys. I know, man. But I like Danny Welbeck, man. I like the guy. But we shall see. It's going to be interesting. AKS goes with Lamens Maz. Finger crossed, yes. The late and Euro. Nice. I like that. Drogu. Or do we see Dalot? I have a feeling it's going to be Dalot, man. I have a feeling it's going to be Dalot. Bruno Kase, Ahmad Mbumo, Cunha, and Sheshko. I like that lineup, AKS. Alex, it was no Querez. I mean, if we don't get rid of the old people, we are stuck with them. That's true. Stewie, it doesn't matter who told Tottenham, but Tottenham's supposed to inform Nottingham Forest that they intend to trigger the Gibbs White release clause. Okay. Tottenham started negotiations with Gibbs without. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. No Maguire, Welbeck won't get a foot in. True, because you have Maz back there, you have Euro, yeah, and Delete is gonna be all over him like butter on bread. Informing Tottenham. Okay, so that's how it works then. But the question still stands. How would Tottenham know what is the release clause? So that means Gibbs White. No cheating zone alert. Yeah. Listen, man, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm excited about the game, honestly. I know our boys will be laser focused once again. Because they know, even Bruno said, listen, it's all about the next game. If you don't win the next game, then we are not getting to where we need to be, right? Which is to form some kind of momentum, right? The players know this. Us as fans know it. So, these boys need to go and deliver, man. Again, if we get another win at home, it's going to give us also another tick, knowing that okay, we're building some kind of home field advantage. We're not easy to beat at home, right? Because if we're going to make it to European spaces in the table, we need to be hard to beat at home, right? Because away form is not the greatest, but we should be able to make sure, like at home, we get our wins, man. Um, there's never cheating. Okay, Stewie. Agents talk. I'm sure Gibbs White agent had players that he represented play. Yeah, I hear you. AKS is saying, I see a 3-1 victory, but I want to see Lamens keep a clean sheet. Yes. I also want to see him have a good game, man. I want to see him have a good game. Definitely clean sheet will be ideal, right? Definitely will be ideal. There's never any shady dealings in the beautiful game. Oh, yeah. There's always shady dealings, man. Like your boy Eric Ten Hag with his company, right? What is it, CGE? I forgot the name of it. There's always some shadiness going on in sports because there's a lot of money. Oh man, Leo Messi scored a diving header. Nice. I see you, Messi. I see you doing your thing. Let's see. What else we got going on? Lionel Messi. What else we got? The type of refs. It said the type of refs being hired is appalling. Yeah, the dealings. Okay. Which other game? Of course, on Sunday, people, on Sunday is El Clasico, right? That is going to be another big game that we should definitely check it out. Guys, again, I'm going to be here for tomorrow. Live watch along, so please come on by. I have a little bit of a tricky situation. I need to drop my son at karate at noon before the game starts, and then I need to pick him up an hour later. So I'm hoping by the time I go to pick him up, it's halftime or something, or else my man is going to be chilling out there waiting for daddy. I'll be like, listen, man, I'm watching the game, kid. But yeah, it's going to be interesting tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. But yeah, man, guys, listen, it's been great. I'm going to head on out of here. Let me go home. It's been a long day, but I appreciate you all hanging with your boy. Tomorrow, let's go United. United. Get him an Uber. Hey, Alex, AKS, that's funny as hell, man. That's funny as hell because someone else suggested the same thing. It's not far from my house. And dude is, he's 9. He should be able to handle an Uber, man. So we'll see. But I'll be paranoid. I'll be paranoid big time. If something happens, I'll be in trouble. Mama Bear will get me. And I like my life. Okay? So, during the live, I'll be like, yo, people, listen, I'm going to see you in a little bit. I'm going to run. It's going to take like 10 minutes. I'll be back. So, should be all right. Maniac, Sunderland, Stewie, now forget the game. Go get the sun. Yeah, of course I'm going to get the sun, man. Absolutely. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Take care. See you tomorrow. Let's go United. Peace out, guys.